aboard!
Way down, Hadestown, way down underground.
The smash hit musical Hadestown has rolled its way into D.C. The winner of 8 Tonys, Hadestown takes you on a ride to the underworld and back. And joining me are 2 of the very talented stars of Hadestown, Maria Cristina Olivares and Matthew Patrick Quinn, who play Persephone and Hades. I got like the top of the top here with the 2 of you. Welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for getting up this morning. I know you opened up in D.C.
It is the underworld, but you know, we come above ground now and then.
Maria, I love this show, and I went into seeing this show not really knowing the storyline as much. I knew the hype behind it, the acclaim, but that was kind of the fun part of it. And if you go into this show, right, not knowing, there's a nice little narrator that walks you through it. But for those that haven't seen it, what is kind of the story behind Hadestown?
It's a re-rendering of the ancient Greek tales of Orpheus and Eurydice and Persephone and Hades, intertwined. It's about the universe being recalibrated with love and the power of a song and the hope of like the next generation.
Right.
In New Orleans, jazz, rock.
I know,
pop,
it's got a fusion of
folksy,
everything in
Yeah,
there.
music with live band. Yeah, so it's a re-entry into the Greek mythological world, but again with song, with dance, and deep love.
I gotta say, the band's on the stage, which I love so much. There's this amazing female, a trombone player. Oh,
Yeah,
it's just
and
like
Fredrickson.
And you all, you know, in the musical, you really, applaud the band. Like they are a part of the ensemble as well. Matthew, what's it like to kind of sing this version, this infusion of music every night?
Oh, it's beautiful. Having done musical theater for most of my career, I can easily say I've never sang a score like this one. It sort of defies genre. And when you do go to see musical theater, typically you come expecting a certain sound.
Right.
And this sound is such a blend of so many different styles, and the musicians being on stage with us is something that also you don't see a lot in musical theater. And so it changes the way I sing and perform, just feeling that energy. Yeah, it's something that's very beautiful, and I will never forget this experience, absolutely.
How's your voice? Because you go pretty deep with that bass voice of yours.
You know, I'm actually lucking out right now because of the smoke and the allergies that are happening
that's
currently.
That's helping big time.
It is. It adds a little bit of depth and texture. Yeah, exactly. Coming into this show, my predecessor from the Broadway production has this insanely low voice, and so I was a little bit nervous trying to create something that was representative of that style. I think I've held my own.
I think you've done pretty good. Every time you open your mouth, like, where does that voice come from? It's so deep and so guttural and so beautiful. I read, you talked about doing musical theater all your life, but I read that you, at one point, wanted to be a TV weatherman.
Wow, you found that information.
I did.
Yeah, so growing up, the news was always on in my household growing up, and you know, as a child, most of the news, I say this with deep respect for anchor people, that you would get kind of bored as a child watching like that part. So when the weatherman came on, it was always a little bit more interesting, and I think that was my first introduction into entertainment, I guess. And then slowly I realized, no, I want to be a performer, not just the weatherman.
Well, I think you found the right path for you, for sure.
I hope so.
Maria Cristina, is there something fun that you guys do before each show? Like, how do you, right before you go out on stage, any backstage secrets?
You know, we
Drink a lot of water.
Yeah, drink a lot of water.
Don't talk to anybody. You're saving your voice.
Oh, we're such a deeply loving cast. The whole show is about community. So really just like checking in with each other. You know, yes, drinking lots of water, gargling the lozenges, but really just checking in with each other. Yeah.
I think also just trying to have fun. Sorry to interrupt you. Trying to bring a little bit of like joy to ourselves, because going into the show, it is a heavy show.
Right.
As the show is introduced, it's introduced as a sad song, as a tragedy, and so before we go out, we try to like remain, you know, amped with joy and love.
It's a beautiful show, though. Congratulations. Thank you so much for getting up and being here. Hadestown is now playing at the National Theater through June 18th, so you have time, but get over there to see it.